Hello fellow car enthusiasts, and welcome back to yet another video on this journey of ours rebuilding this 2020 BMW M2. Shoo, how long has it been? 3 weeks now. Yeah, things have just been hectic on my side, but anyways, we're here now, and this is the progress that we have made on our rebuild. Obviously, this has taken or has been about what, 2 weeks in the making. So let's jump on our time machine and go back to 2 weeks ago, and let's see how we got here. So I've already got the engine running, and I'm gonna go ahead and go to diagnostics. This is the BMW that we're looking at today, and automatic selection doesn't work for this vehicle. For some reason it fails to decode the VIN, so I'm just gonna use manual selection. It's the 2 series, it's the F87. It's communicating with the vehicle, and then we are going to go to diagnosis, auto scan. So now it's going to go and scan the whole vehicle and pick up all the fault codes that are there. Now, since there's really nothing on the dashboard except the restraint issues, meaning stuff about the airbags as well as the seat belts, I'm going to assume these might have just been stored in the computer box. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just clear all of them. Then I'm going to take the vehicle for an extended test drive, and when I come back, I'm gonna scan the vehicle again to see if any of these faults would have come back. But maybe before I take it for a test drive, I will scan it again just to see if any of them would have come back. But any of them which are real faults should persist and should definitely come back after the test drive. So we'll see how it goes. So that's basically the plan. So I'm just gonna let this run, we'll clear it and go for the test drive after we run the diagnosis again. Okay, so we have quite a few fault codes here. That crash safety module number 4, that one should be real. The other ones, not so sure. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just clear all of them, because I have been driving the car around just a little bit. Well, I took it for one extended test drive recently. The fact that they still persist tell me that some of them might be real, but let's go ahead and just quick erase all of them, and let's see which ones will persist. Okay, so it is done. It looks like we are left with a few, about 3 fault codes, about the airbags as we thought, car access system, and then the regulated differential lock. That's worrying me a little bit, but yeah, we'll have to just look at these in turn and see how we can get those resolved. So today we are finally going to move on to the interior and start our work here by removing the dashboard. But before we do that, we're going to remove both seats, both front seats, so that you can create more room for ourselves to be able to work and move around here. Now, to do that, we need these Torx bits. So I'm just gonna switch on the flash. We've got 4 of these. I've already loosened them up. So we've got 4 of these Torx screws. This is Torx number 50, and there's 4 for each chair. So we'll go ahead now and remove them, and then we'll remove, there should be electronic cables there at the bottom, so there should be some wiring there that will then disconnect and then be able to take out each seat. Let's go ahead and get that done. The next thing is to disconnect and remove the battery so that we can start tackling the dashboard. So let's go ahead and do that. So I've done the vacuuming and the floors look so much better than they did before. And yeah, I've also got my load shedding light. If you live in South Africa, you know what that's all about. And this is just to help me see underneath the dashboard in the footwells or wherever it is dark, as today we will be removing the dashboard. Now the plan is to start by removing these side panels on either side of the dashboard, and I'm gonna tackle this center trim piece, because once we remove this, it's gonna expose two screws here that hold this interface in place, being obviously your radio and aircon control. I believe it should expose screws also that hold that screen in place, then we'll be able to remove that. There is also two screws that I see over there that should allow us to remove the speedometer. Then we will tackle the steering wheel. I might actually start with the steering wheel so that we've got sort of a flush interface to or surface to work with. I'm hoping and praying that we won't have to remove the center console. Obviously that will be more work, but I'm hoping we can get around that, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll see as we go along. I might not do it obviously in this exact order, as I've not done this before. So we'll all be learning as you go along. So if I find that it's easier to start maybe with the steering wheel or to start with another trim piece, then obviously I will go ahead and do that. So yeah, let's go for it. And there you have it, guys. After hours of work, we finally have the dashboard out. I'll probably take another video tomorrow when there's sunlight, so that we can get a clear view of what it looks like inside here without the dashboard. As for the dash itself, just step outside. There it is. It is upside down right now. Let me see if I can flip it over. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead now and just remove that old exploded airbag, and then we'll take this dash to someone who's going to repair it tomorrow. Okay, I guess I'll catch you then. And now it is daytime, and we can see what the dashboard, or rather the vehicle without the dashboard, looks like during the day when there's obviously ample sunlight outside. And you can see there is a whole lot of wires that we can see over here. I just hope that I'll be able to remember where each one goes or connects to. And I did also spot where the airbag module sits. You should see it. Where is it? Over there. There's the airbag module. Not sure if you can see the writing. My camera doesn't want to zoom in, but it says airbag over there in yellow. So that's where the airbag module sits. And so yeah, I've dropped off the dashboard with the repairers. They'll renew the thing, and then I should get it in about 2 days time. So I'm hoping that the reinstallation of the dashboard will still be part of this video, but we'll see if time allows for that. So what I'm just going to do now is go ahead and dust off this place, because as you can see over there, it's very dusty. So I'm gonna clean this up and get it ready for the reinstallation of the dashboard. Just for comparison, that's the difference between the dusted off area and the undusted off area. So you can see how much dust had accumulated behind there over the last 3 or 4 years. The car seats over there. I just put a cardboard in place so that the kids' puppies do not sit on them. Some of the other parts are over there. Others are here. There's more over there. Yet even more on top there, including obviously the gear knob or shifter, and obviously the electronics. The kids' puppies over there, sleeping 12 hours a day, lazy buggers. And the rest of the parts are over here. The screws, bolts and nuts are here, all labeled and cataloged. Because of my OCD, I would hate to miss or leave out even one. You've got the front seats there. This one says glove box and speedometer. What's this one? This one is radio plus aircon plus screen. That's the center one. I've got the indicator stalk and center console and. Now, one of the last things to have come off the dashboard are these 2 air tubes. What they essentially do is direct the air from where it comes from, and they channel it all the way onto those 2 air vents by the driver's side as well as by the passenger side. And also the airbag obviously goes in there, and the speakers on top of the dashboard, they go in. Well, the dashboard is upside down, so they go in under it, which is actually on top of the dashboard. So we'll go ahead and get those installed back. This is where my cataloging is gonna help. These are the passenger screws. Let's get them fitted in. Yeah, it's been about 5 days since I removed this dashboard, so I don't exactly remember the exact sequence of how these things came on and off, but I think we might need to install the speakers. Once we've plugged in, there's a cable that goes in here, so which is connected to the main wiring harness in the vehicle. So I'm gonna attempt now to install the dashboard, and then I'm gonna insert these or install them back once I've gotten the dashboard almost in place. Over here there's a big chunk of recording that I lost because the file got corrupted, and this is when I was initially installing the actual dashboard and just aligning it and putting it back in place. I do apologize for that. I need to work on better recording equipment. Some very exciting news. The bonnet just arrived while we were putting together the dashboard. There you have it. There's the scoop in there. Obviously I'll take it off for you guys to see better. and there's the insert for the scoop, and obviously now there is the bumper there. Don't mind the wishes broom, we use it to keep the place tidy. But yeah, now we've got a more or less complete picture. I can now get everything installed. The only thing outstanding would obviously be that windscreen, which we need to get replaced. But before I get carried away, let's plug in the battery and see if this baby will fire up first time around after we actually installed the dashboard back. The battery is in, and well, the lights are obviously on, but the moment of truth, let's move on into the vehicle and see if this seatless car is going to start. But maybe before we fire her up or attempt to, even after cataloging the screws, I am left with 4 unaccounted for screws. I have no idea where these go. I've thought about it, I've tried to retrace my steps, but I have no idea where these go. So we are left with 4 screws out of however many we are taking out. But yeah, story for another day. Let us see. I'm just gonna put this down there and let us see if this baby is going to fire up. Let's see if she switches on. Hey, we have power. Okay, yeah, service is due, and it's the good old stuff. Okay, let me try it. Step on the brake and see if she rose to life. Hey, we are in business. Let's switch on the screen. Okay. That's not a good sign. That screen is off. That is not a good sign at all.
And could possibly offer well-needed solutions to our challenges.
Okay.
What's the last thing you painted at school? As in Santa Claus.
And we'll be in touch.
Bye-bye, Titi.
This is not a good sign. That screen is not on, so I have no idea what's going on.
We place sustainable development at the heart of our projects and partner with minds across the
long
value
press.
chain, creating innovative solutions.
Okay, something's obviously gone wrong. That center screen is not coming on unless if it takes a while to come back to life, but I kind of doubt it. So I don't know what's going on there. I'll still need to investigate what the problem is. Yeah, but at least the vehicle is starting up. I don't see any new warnings other than the old ones, so yeah, happiness over there. Okay, so I've taken off the radio and the screen again of this entertainment unit and the screen, and I think I found the mistake I made. That's the cable over there that connects to, if you follow it, it actually connects, it's this cable over here that connects to the screen up there. So if you look at it, it's actually not properly plugged in. So I suspect that is the culprit. So what I'm just gonna do is go ahead and push that all the way in. There it is, connected. So let's put everything back together and try it again. Okay, take 2.
Being crowned the
Hey,
champions of the
we are in business. We are in business. Okay, enough singing for one day. We are in business. Let's fire this baby up. Excuse the shaking and wiggling. I'm not stable since I'm not seated down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's rev it up. That was fun. And this brings us to the end of this video. I did not want to make it unnecessarily long. It is already twice the length of our average video length. And so I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. And as always, please remember the triple S, as to like, subscribe, and share if you found any value and would like to follow this project as we bring it to completion. Thanks again, and we'll catch you on the next one.